Good morning, everyone. We're back this morning looking at our first product that I am using for training purposes in my journey to get ready for PRS competitions. This was a product that I did a little bit of research on and kind of purchased right off the bat because I figured it was a product that was going to save me money in the long run and allow me to get trigger time in without actually making the hour-long trip to the range and paying the $40 that it cost me to shoot on the long range. So the product we're going to be looking for this morning is called the DFAT. It stands for Dryfire Focus Adapter Training. This is the product we're looking at, and what this product is designed to do is it is designed to slip on the end of your scope and control the amount of light coming in and also adjust the parallax in order to allow you to dry fire clearly indoors. All right, we'll open it up. The package is pretty unassuming. You just have the actual adapter right here, and then we've got a card and some business cards in here, so we'll set the packaging aside. Business cards really aren't anything special. So the first thing we'll look at is the actual card that comes with the, basically it's a scope cap with a lens in it. And this is basically giving you a rundown of the rough directions on how this is to be used. It also has, right here, it also has a chart on if you are wanting to create your own targets on a piece of paper, like what size. So according to this, at 11 feet, a 1 MOA target would be 0.0384 inches. So if you had the ability to make dots that size, you could actually create your own targets at 0.513 MOA. It also has on this card, which I thought this was pretty nice, and I didn't notice it at first, but it actually has the test specs on here. So it says the test focal distance was 12.5 inches, or I'm sorry, 12.5 feet, and the test scope set at minimum parallax was the Razor 4.5 to 27. So it gives you a little bit of information on what they used to get the best performance. So if your setup is somewhere close, you should be able to use that information to get your setup correct. So we'll set this to the side for now. So like I said, this is just looks like a Butler Creek scope cap, and you can kind of see from this backside, it's really tough to see. There is a lens in there that adjusts the way the parallax works in order to get the close focus going. It's pretty basic. There's not really a lot to it. I imagine the lens is what costs the money. This product I purchased at bulletcentral.com for $50. And the way I figure it is if this allows me to, dry fire, say 50 trigger pulls a day and do it 3 days a week. Well, I've saved, roughly $100. Cost me about 75 cents a round or so the way I load them. Saved me about $100 in the first week. Because I live in a neighborhood, it's not really possible for me to walk out in my backyard and dry fire. I would probably get the cops called on me, and none of us want that. So it's a product that works really well. And you can see here, I'll show you real quick. I mean, there's not really a lot to it, but we'll show you anyways. Always check for safe. It's just a product that slides right on. So it just slips right on there, and then you pop it up. That is literally all it is. Set your parallax to minimum, and then it may take a little bit of playing with. I noticed that depending on the magnification of the scope and like how powerful you want your scope to be, there's two things that you do have to worry about. And I'm gonna flip over real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and set this back to the side so I don't have a big old rifle in my way. You will notice that, like I said, there's two things you need to be concerned about. Whenever you set this up, there is a little bit of fiddling you need to do with the distance on the front to back and how far you are away from your target. Once you know that distance, it's pretty forgiving. It's forgiving enough. Like if you were to have a barricade or have a chair, or if you were just going to be shooting prone, it's all up to you, but you would be able to kind of get the distance right and be able to use it. The trick, or the thing that I have noticed, is the higher the magnification you go on your scope, you have to have a solid amount of light. Okay, so let me flip over real quick to just a picture of the setup, kind of how I use it where I have room for it. So I have a game room, and it's pretty good distance across the game room, and allows me to kind of set up diagonally across it to where I've got plenty of room. And you'll see in that picture that I have the pieces of paper that you can download off of bulletcentral.com, and they are basically like your downloadable target range. They have all the measurements are already there for the different distances and how a 1 MOA, 2 MOA, half MOA target would look. So those are really convenient. You can print them out just on a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you can mount them on pretty much anything you want. But you'll see in the picture, I've got a couple LED lights set up, and these are just some that I had laying around from a light box project, but anything would do, a halogen light or really good lighting in the room that you're using. I just didn't have that much lighting, unfortunately, in the room that I shoot in. So you do need a little bit of extra light, especially when you get into the higher ranges of your scope's magnification. You noticed earlier how small that hole was in the middle of the scope cap. So obviously your scope is only pulling in that much light versus a big old 56 millimeter objective that it normally pulls in. So that's something you have to be aware of. So the distance you got to play with a little bit, and the lighting, you have to make sure you have plenty of lighting. But other than that, it's a product that I've only used it about 5 times now, but it's a product that has already shown itself to be worth the $50 easily if this is something you want to get in on, because as I'm teaching myself how to use or how to shoot positional off of these different barricades, it's something where I can actually set up in my own home when I have time on my own schedule. I don't have to make a trip all the way out to the range, and I can try different things, different ways to approach a barricade, different ways to approach an odd element, and kind of get an idea of what I need to be doing and how and what the best way is for me to get still in order to navigate the element. So far, for $50, this has been a product that's been worth its weight in gold. So after a short period of time with it, is something I absolutely recommend to you guys. And it's something that will allow you to train and become more proficient and have less things that surprise you come your first PRS match, based upon the fact that you can get all those trigger pulls in beforehand in positional firing. So I know it's kind of long-winded, a lot of talking. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of my overview and my initial review on the DFAT dryfire training device. If you guys have any questions, please list them below down in the comment section. And please like and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll definitely be having more videos like this in the future. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.